E aí, gente, estamos de volta com Alan Wake 2. Aqui a gente está onde a gente havia parado no capítulo anterior e vamos continuar agora, viu, gente? Olha só. Na última batalha foi frenética no último episódio, né? Bem no finalzinho aconteceu o inesperado, né?
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery.
There's
Vamos
one of
por
the pages on
aqui.
the floor.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Olá, Saga estava de volta a Cloud Lake e ela estava lá também. Nightingale, Nightingale era, mas não era. Possuído uma criatura da escuridão, ele estava além do alcance dela, onde uma outra realidade estranha. O lugar obscuro se fundia com a nossa. Esse lugar e o lugar obscuro. Uma, uma lona jogada por cima, afogando tudo sobre ela. Uma inundação de escuridão, encharcando tudo, estragando, apodrecendo. A página chamada Essa Área era a justa posição. Saga tinha que perseguir Nightingale na justa posição. Então o caminho seria difícil. Exigia passos precisos. Um ritual. Saga aprenderia. Deter o monstro, o trabalho dela antes que ele matasse de novo. Ele estaria lá dentro, esperando-a.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there
Narração
too.
até a narração também.
Nightingale was, but wasn't a taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job, he'd be inside, waiting for her.
Ou é isso.
The heart is gone too. Did the fucker take it with him?
Caramba. Achei que foi de base. Isso, opa. Ué, não tem nada.
Can't be opened on this side.
Vamos ver o que aconteceu com ela.
It doesn't budge.
Aí, vamos ver aqui. Vou resolver o caso aqui.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future? There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. Nope.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Vambora lá.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Bora! O bagulho tá pegando fogo, mano.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poop? Magic's not.
I need something to cut this.
Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
They're a fine pair.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think
Olha,
we'll find
excelente.
Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet?
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Que gráfico legal. Caramba, olha.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3. I don't know if coming to this town was the best idea. Bright Falls.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can gnaw right through a garbage can.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland, Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
Well, I need to get back to it.
E descreve a doutrinação, se não foi desviado para outra transmissão que não é nossa. Ajustei para que qualquer alerta venha para nós, mas definitivamente é preocupante. Vou fazer um relatório para o departamento de investigação. Deixei isso aqui para o caso de eu não serei a próxima pessoa a consultar este negócio. Se você estiver lendo, confira seu valor de alteração. Talvez seja bom encarar um revestimento de metal mais seguro em volta do troço. Todos os guaxinins não conseguiam alcançar mais Steve Lee, técnico-chefe. Tá? Tem um negócio aqui. Pegamos. É isso. Vamos lá.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Eita, tá ficando escuro, hein?
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is. After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Bare feet.
Eita.
Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Putz. Deixa aí sozinho não, pô. Deixa aí sozinho não. Acho que eu já vim pra cá.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson, just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Vamos voltar pro objetivo. Vamos pegar a ação aqui. Nossa, cara, esse jogo tá me dando um calafrio, hein? Vamos seguir lá. Putz. Pega a arma.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
Putz, seguir na água aqui, é.
I can feel
Putz.
something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Putz. Sério? Tá, gente. Pausa aí e lê aí. Tá me dando um. Cara, essa parte tá me dando um escalafrio aqui, hein, gente. Que isso?
What is that? These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, Another manuscript page.
Pois. E agora?
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why? I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
E agora?
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
Bom, nem sei onde estou aqui. Não vou levar.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
Opa. Witch's Hut. Será que é aqui? Acho que é aqui.
This is the witch's hut. The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. This fuse is busted.
Bom, deixa eu dar uma pausa ali aí, se quiser, né? Vamos lá.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Visível. Isso. Já peguei. Tá. Pô, que somzinho estranho, hein? Acendeu a luz aí.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Opa. Dá um save aqui. Na rotina. Cafezinho. É isso, então.
Witch's Ladle, towering over Saga, watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign, Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town, but she trusted the pages, was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read the first part of the ritual words, the smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory, the words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
I already took care of all this. Nope. The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge. I need to check the general store for the heart.
Putz, o mercado.
Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
E agora? Então vamos lá.
Nightingale mentioned the general store. I need to check it out.
Lago não. Aí não. Dá uma olhada aqui.
Come on, Saga. Time to get back to work.
Aqui eu posso ir, não. E essa porta aqui? Não tava assim não quando eu vim aqui, hein? Cara. Que isso, mano? Nossa. Caraca. Que susto. Que isso, mano?
I need to get rid of the darkness surrounding them.
Morre, cara. Caraca.
Cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Caraca. Opa. Que isso? Gente, a sorte no balcão. Qual que é a parada aqui?
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They'd been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
Bom, é isso.
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. I saw it in a dream. And now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Bom, tem um negócio do 100 aqui, cadê? Balcão. Uma senha aqui. 3, 4, 5.
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Mas não é isso. E agora? Ia pegar a arminha aí, mano. Não tem nada aqui não. Nossa.
These numbers match the ones on the lotto ticket.
Sete, dois, três, será? Bom, a gente tá dando tempo do vídeo aí, eu vou encerrar aqui mesmo. E no próximo capítulo a gente vai continuar exatamente desse ponto, né? Então espero que vocês tenham gostado do vídeo. Dê um like, se inscreve no canal, é isso. Até mais, gente.